What is going on here? Hi, can I help you?
The name's Sensei Ledoux. Maurice didn't tell me he had a sister.
Maurice, your friend Dewey's here.
Mom, it's not Dewey. It's Sensei Ledoux, idiot.
Maurice, don't speak to me that way.
Nice! Bagel bites. How fortuitous. I'm so glad she made these. Her food sucks.
Well, good thing the bagel bites are free, Maurice. Just like living in my house.
Well, I would have preferred some soda instead of this flavorless water, but I suppose this will suffice.
Yeah, too bad. So, Ledoux, are you married, or...
Mika-san! She's still outside! Mom, what are you doing?
What?
Let her in, now!
Okay, hold on, let me let her in. The fuck? Rest well, my friend. That 500 grams of makeup applied by the mortuary cosmetologist really makes your face look less terrifying. That is, of course, sarcasm. I just had a lengthy conversation with your mother, or should I say, I provided her a much-needed vocabulary lesson. That dim-witted shrew insists that your demise was a result of a skydiving accident. However, I corrected her by explaining that an accident would imply an unexpected event beyond anyone's control. This, however, was gross negligence since it was easily preventable. If you weren't soon to be worm food, I would provide you a demonstration how to properly pack your parachute. You do know that you have to activate your parachute prior to impacting the ground at 200 kilometers per hour. Step forward, please. Sir, do you have any medals on you? Yes, I do have medals on me. Let's see. Copper, magnesium, iron, potassium. Do I need to provide you a list? I'm sorry, sir. What? You know, I assume that an agent for the Transportation Security Administration Terry, can you come over here for a second?
would be uneducated. However, I did not expect that one would not even have a 5th grade level education and not know the common elements in the human body.
Sir, I'm just trying to know if you have anything on you that could alert the machine. A belt, watch, anything like that?
Well, those questions are fruitless. Instead, you should be asking me whether I have ammonium nitrate.
Huh?
Since even a smooth brain could make a makeshift explosive device from that
Whoa,
chemical
whoa. Who
compound.
said anything about explosives? Hey, Terry? Yeah? Pull this guy out of line. He's making me nervous. Okay, sir, you're gonna need to come with us. We need a private room to properly search you.
I have a constitutional right under the 4th Amendment against unreasonable search.
What are things racist people do that they don't think is racist?
I'm a white dude that has lived in Japan for 16 years. A while back I went on a date with a Japanese girl, and we went to a bar in central Tokyo. The bar wouldn't let me in because I wasn't Japanese. This has happened to me a million times since I've lived here, so I'm used to it and it doesn't upset me anymore. However, the girl got really upset. And after we were rejected from the bar, she said, "I don't know why they wouldn't let you in. You were with me. I'm Japanese." And I was thinking, you're kind of missing the point. Can you imagine if a white and black dude went to a bar together in the States and they don't let the black dude in, and the white guy says, "I can't believe they didn't let you in. You're with me. I'm white." I've even called the cops on a club once that had a sign, in Japanese, that said Japanese only. The cops came and I complained, in Japanese, and the cops said in a super friendly tone, "Well, yeah, the sign says Japanese only, and you're not Japanese. What is the problem here? There's another club down the street that allows foreigners. I like that one myself. Why don't you go check that one out?" Japan is so inherently racist and xenophobic to the point that they don't even know that they are racist and xenophobic. It's just normal behavior to them. But for some reason everybody loves Japan, and they somehow get a free pass on it. Oh, and full disclosure, I ended up marrying the girl that I went a date with from the first story above. Now we're racist to each other all the time. It's super fun.
I'm gonna say it myself. The must insane. I also like how they put diving into music right here, but then if we go down here, it says no diving. I mean, you could just tell they're moderators, just looking at them.
Something embarrassing just happened to me. So I'm in Japan for a vacation with my friend who speaks fluent Japanese. I, however, only know Japanese from my weeb sources. Now, despite my Japanese knowledge only comes from anime, I wanted to communicate as much as possible with the locals. So, we went to a local Japanese restaurant, and my friend ordered in fluent Japanese. So I decided to follow suit. That's where the mess up happened. Shimaidan onege ishimasu. I confidently exclaimed that towards the waitress. Suddenly, the entire restaurant went quiet, and everyone started looking at me funny. That's when I realized I said the wrong thing. I was supposed to say oyakodon, which is egg, chicken, and rice dish. Shimaidan is something else. Shimaidan is a term used to describe a threesome with a older sister and a younger sister. Yara yara daze. I'm never speaking Japanese again. Hello everybody, Juan here. That was inspired by this Reddit post. Let's hope that this is fake and actually didn't happen, because it is extremely embarrassing and very cringe. Weebs, let's try not to go to Japan and say inappropriate things in front of the locals, okay? Let's try.
I think you should know that I've been observing your driving and couldn't help but notice many blunders, including but not limited to you neglecting to turn off the engine at the red light. Apparently, someone is not familiar with fuel-saving techniques, even those that are very elementary. However, I would assume that a destitute plebeian such as yourself would want to actually save money on gas, especially since you've resorted to abductions.
Breaking news. Another body has been found in the local reservoir, which investigators are linking to a serial murderer.
FM radio.
The latest victim,
wow.
32-year-old male.
Can someone please pinch me so I know I haven't been transported back in time to 2003?
Became suspicious.
Why am I not surprised that you listen to this unironically? Now I know that your sheeple brain is likely stimulated by this shock jocks liners. However, I'm going to need you to pay attention to the road, since I don't want you to die in an accident, or worse, suffocate from forgetting to mouth breathe.
Information that could help the public. Yes, the killer has been targeting men between the ages of 25 and 40. They all have similar characteristics, all non-athletic, no girlfriend or wife to speak of, and these victims are known to have little social interaction outside of online.
Thank you for coming in, Wyatt. How are you feeling today?
How I'm feeling?
Yes, how are you feeling?
My central nervous system, that's how I'm feeling.
I see. Well, perhaps it'd be better if I asked you, what are you feeling?
Well, right now I feel the rough bristles from this faux velvet chase sofa. You know, I expected that a psychologist could at least afford some decent furniture in her office. I suppose this is one of those rare occasions where I stand corrected.
You know, Wyatt, I find it really interesting that in our last session, you did that same gesture with your fingers when you're talking about my table. Remember last week? You didn't believe my table was made from real maple, and you did the same gesture with your
No,
fingers.
I did not believe that your table wasn't actually made from maple. I knew it for a fact. It is not made from maple.
I see. Why, I think we should explore the reason why you're so interested in the furniture in my office. I think if we get to the
Well,
bottom...
I think it'd be far more interesting to explore you. Specifically your rationale for taking out a $250,000 loan just to join a profession that is utterly useless.
Wyatt, let's get back to you.
You know, studies have shown that a monotone voice is closely associated with past trauma. And since your inflection is flatter than an automated voice message, it's obvious that you have some unresolved psychological issues. Now, for my diagnosis...
What is some cringe shit you did the first time you attempted to have a good time? 1. I didn't realize that you could access the kitty cat from behind. It was dark. We were drunk. Laying in my bed, she grabbed the commander and guided me in. I distinctly remember saying, "Holy shit, is that your dump truck?" 2. I was using my hand digits when she suggested we have a fun time. We both got unclothed, and before even entering the cat, I already felt like I was going to cross the finish line. So I pretended to go in, but really it was still just my hand digits. Did this for a few minutes while telling her how good she was. Then she asked, "So, are you going to put it in?" I really thought she wouldn't notice. 3. I was using my hand digits with her during pregame play, but I just kept adding digits. Eventually she grabbed my hand and pulled it away. 4. My best friend called me in the act. I picked up and said you'll never believe what I'm doing and hung up. Sorry, Rachel. 5. While giving my first blowy, I'm not sure what overcame me, but I looked into that guy's eyes and told him it was like kissing with a fuzzy caterpillar. I'm still mortified 12 years later and this memory pops up regularly. 6. It's so cringe even thinking about it, but I tried to use scotch tape as protection. I was embarrassed to buy one. Lots of blood and tears that night. 7. Tried to make noises by saying his name in an attractive voice because I thought that was what you were meant to do. He stopped and looked at me and said, yeah, what? Get more videos like this on my other Reddit channel. Link in the bio. Go follow. What is some cringe shit you did the first time you attempted to have a good time? 1. I didn't realize that you could access the kitty cat from behind. It was dark. We were drunk. Laying in my bed, she grabbed the commander and guided me in. I distinctly remember saying, holy shit, is that your dump truck? 2. I was using my hand digits when she suggested we have a fun time. We both got unclothed and before even entering the cat, I already felt like I was going to cross the finish line. So I pretended to go in, but really it was still just my hand digits. Did this for a few minutes while telling her how good she was. Then she asked, so, are you going to put it in? I really thought she wouldn't notice. 3. I was using my hand digits with her during pregame play, but I just kept adding digits. Eventually she grabbed my hand and pulled it away. 4. My best friend called me in the act. I picked up and said you'll never believe what I'm doing and hung up. Sorry, Rachel. 5. While giving my first blowy, I'm not sure what overcame me, but I looked into that guy's eyes and told him it was like kissing with a fuzzy caterpillar. I'm still mortified 12 years later and this memory pops up regularly. 6. It's so cringe even thinking about it, but I tried to use scotch tape as protection. I was embarrassed to buy one. Lots of blood and tears that night. 7. Tried to make noises by saying his name in an attractive voice because I thought that was what you were meant to do. He stopped and looked at me and said, yeah, what? Get more videos like this on my other Reddit channel. Link in the bio. Go follow.
Now serving F913 at window number 37.
Driver's license renewal form, please.
Driver's license?
Driver's license renewal
I
form.
think you mean to say driving license, as in license to drive. Driver's license could literally mean any license that's in the possession of this ambiguous
If you look at
driver.
your government-issued ID, you'll see it says driver's license. Stop wasting my time and give me the form. This form is incomplete. You only provided the model of the vehicle, you didn't provide the make.
Your minimum wage is showing. Are you to tell me that you literally don't know the make of a Camry?
Nope. Because you failed to complete the form, this vehicle could be any make.
You know what
Know what you mean? No, I don't. Next.
Okay, I'll just fill it out here.
Next!
Now serving F913 at window number.
Hey buddy, what can I get you?
That depends. Do you have a blended scotch here that can actually drink neat and doesn't taste like castor motor oil?
Yeah, we got plenty. Let me recommend you one.
And which one would that be?
Glenmorangie is one I like. If you're looking for something less sweet,
I was
though,
afraid you're going to say Glenmorangie.
Oh, sorry to scare you.
Yeah, if I wanted to buy 10 chasers just to get that bloody poison down my gullet, I would go with that, but rather not do that today.
Yeah, let's not.
Let's go with something way more simple than anybody can handle.
Yeah, let's hope
will
I
have a
can.
classic dirty martini instead.
Okay, would you like a gin or vodka martini?
Yeah, I'd like a martini that comes with gin. What you're referring to is just vodka and vermouth. That's not a martini.
How foolish of me, but thank God you're here. All right,
You
so
know,
I'll get you a
call
gin
me
martini to
crazy,
be
but
on
I
your way,
prefer
right?
the traditional once in a while, even though everyone in my generation is just trying to be different.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're definitely not trying to be different, sir.
Hello, Mother. We haven't spoken for a time. How long has it been? Why, probably since Father left. Well, I ought to thank you for becoming something of an ally lately. If it weren't for the stress you put Dewey under, I'd likely be still trapped in my eternal prison. Well, I'm back, and things are gonna change around here. Now, I know it's late, but I hunger. And when I'm hungry, I tend to do bad things. So I suggest you get out of bed and make me some of those famous tendies.
Going against my better judgment, I will ask you this question. Which sword on this wall is actually practical for real-life combat?
In an effort to meet your requests and going against my better judgment, I'll have to assume that you're actually worthy of being a swordsman, and not just a useless damsel interested in a decorative piece. Now that said, I would recommend the Highland Claymore.
Highland as in the Highlands in Scotland?
No, the Highlands of planet Proxima Centauri b. Obviously I'm joking, since even mouth breathers would know I'm referring to Scotland.
Recommending a Scottish sword. Amazing how confidently you reveal your own ignorance. Since if you even had a smidget of expertise, you would recommend a sword that is actually capable of winning wars and not just getting conquered. And that blade would only be of Japanese origin. But please, continue believing what you want to believe. Ignorance truly is bliss.
Yes, you're right that the lighter weight Japanese katana is more suited for you. Not everyone has the muscular strength to carry the Highland Claymore.